Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I'm back with another video for you today. I have 3 Easter decor pieces for you. As always, they're really easy and simple to do. And since we'll be using cardboard and just things that I had in my stash, they are also really affordable. I'm excited about these 3, so let's jump into it. I'm going to be using some fabric that I just had laying around, piece of car chamois, some old fabric from a baby blanket, cardboard, of course, one of the small Dollar Tree home signs, and I just put 2 holes, one on either side. I did that off camera. I have a wire ring, and this is just the rim of one of the Dollar Tree mesh waste baskets. Has been in my stash forever. I used the mesh part to make a cloche, I believe, last year. So this has just been sitting around. I have 4 chunky beads, some nautical cord, and some macrame cord and ribbon of choice. So we are going to start out by just wrapping this wire with the macrame cording. We're doing this because it's really prickly. It's kind of like pokey. It'll stick you. So we don't want that. We want to cover up those rough edges and those pointy, sharp ends. And the macrame cording gives it some texture, and I love that. You're going to leave about half an inch to an inch uncovered on both sides of that cut ring. And we're going to do that because it makes it easier to stick it down into the holes that we made on the Dollar Tree round sign. We're not painting any of this. You could paint it if you want to, but I think all the colors go really well together in the neutral, natural color. So we're just going to leave it the way it is. So because we left those ends uncovered and we have those little notches or those little spiky pieces on there, once you push it down in the hole, it kind of acts like a lock or a notch, and it's not easy to pull it back out. So I didn't have to glue it or anything. It just works. Now, this wood round is a little bit wonky. It's not completely round. You can see that it's a little wobbly, but that's Dollar Tree for you. So it is what it is. We're going to use it. I'm going to take my wood beads and just make little feet because this is going to be a bunny riser. So now I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm just going to glue some of this nautical cord all the way around the edges of the wood round. You could definitely use cardboard for this. If you don't have a wood round from Dollar Tree, you could use cardboard. And if you're worried about the cardboard being flimsy, then just do a couple of layers and that will thicken it up and make it more sturdy. So now that that's done, doing a little cleanup, going to set that to the side, and we're going to work on these bunny ears. So I'm taking some cardboard, and I just freehanded what I felt like I wanted for a bunny ear. Sometimes I do them pointy, sometimes I round the top. So on this particular DIY, I just rounded the top. It's almost like cutting out a flower petal or a teardrop. So it's really simple to do. Now I'm going to take that pink polka dot fabric, and this again, like I said, was just one of the little Dollar Tree baby blankets. And I'm just going to trace out my bunny ear onto the fabric and get that cut out. You guys, I'd like to take this time to thank you for being here today, my ride or dies that have been with me from the beginning. I love you. Thank you for coming back. And to my new subscribers, you guys are amazing. I'm so grateful and happy and blessed that you chose Dee's Cute and Crafty. Thank you so much for being here. So now that I've got that all cut out, I'm just going to hot glue it together. But I'm going to cut out the white part first before we do that. Now you can definitely do both sides pink or both sides white. I just wanted to add a little bit of a difference from front to back. Just going to lay down some hot glue. Try not to use too much because this fabric does show the glue a little bit, so just use it very sparingly. And we're just going to wrap that pink fabric around the ear. And when you get to the top, to make it form around the curved part of the ear, just cut some little notches in the fabric, and then it will curve around a lot easier for you that way. Now I'm just going to glue down that car chamois, or the white part of the bunny ear, to cover up that black cardboard. And we have our two ears. So all I'm going to do now is hot glue the ears to the top of the riser. And I'm going to use some scrap fabric from the pink polka dot fabric to hold the ears in place. Just going to glue it down real good and then add some more glue and place the fabric over the top of that ring. I'm going to lay it down when I do the second ear so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I glued the bunny ear to the top wire, and then I added some more glue and put fabric over the wire to glue to the bunny ear so that it has more stability. And now that that's done, all I'm going to do is make a bow. I like to make my loops, make my dovetail, pinch it all together, tie it off with jute cord, and that's going to be it for this bow. I'll hot glue it to the center of the bunny ears, and this one will be done. It's a fun, easy, and cute riser. You guys, if you're enjoying this content, and I truly hope you are, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it, and they push me out a little bit more so other people can see my videos and enjoy it as well. And for that, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much. So we're just fluffing out that bow. Every good bow needs a good fluffing to make it pretty. And we're just going to hot glue it to the bunny ears, and we're all done. How cute is she? So is this my favorite of the three that I'm going to bring you today? It was a hard choice, but it is not. If you'd like to know which one is my favorite of the three, you're going to have to keep watching. And as always, I need you to comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Moving on to DIY number 2, I have ribbon of choice. Some is, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and the other is probably Joann's. I've got some greenery from Dollar Tree, my Apple Barrel Matte White, my Waverly Pink Ballet, and some Apple Barrel Elephant Gray. I've got one of the bunny butts from Dollar Tree, some of this little picket fence that I pulled from my stash from Dollar Tree. I have Happy Easter, and I believe that came from Hobby Lobby, and an old Dollar Tree sign that I pulled from my stash. I don't remember what actually was on here, but you can see I scraped it off at some point. So again, you guys, I'm crafting from my stash. I am using up what I have available to me. So at first I thought I was going to paint the background of that sign in white, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit and do something different. I'm going to paint the picket fence in white, and I gave it 2 coats of paint. And I decided to go ahead and paint the background of that frame in the ballet slipper pink. I think it's going to have more pop to it when you see how everything gets put together. So here I have this Happy Easter wording, and again, I think this is Hobby Lobby. It's been in my stash, so I'm really not sure anymore because it's old, but I think it is. Anyway, whatever wording you want to use. Dollar Tree has words as well, Happy Easter words, wooden words, and things that you can use from there. I'm just going to paint it in gray, and I lightened it up just a little bit. I really think that pink and gray and white, it's just pretty together to me, as well as gray and purple. I like those two colors together also. So we're just going to put that back in the frame. And I'm going to start stapling down my greenery. This greenery is so curly and like, I don't know, it's just too textured is a good word. It's too textured to hot glue down. You'll be fighting with it forever to get it to actually lay flat and stick. So the best way to go about getting this attached is with a few staples. It worked out really well. We're going to add a lot of hot glue to this bunny butt and get it glued down to the greenery. Now we're going to use some hot glue to put our picket fence in place, but because I felt like it needed a little bit more stability, I did flip this over and add a few staples in the back. So I'm going to take my Happy Easter wording and I am going to hot glue it right over that bunny butt, but then I decided that side looked too heavy, like it was lopsided. There was too much on that side. And so I decided to move the wording over closer to the picket fence. And you'll see how that comes out in just a little bit. You'll see it in the reveal of this DIY. And you guys, this one is my favorite. Hands down, it is the one. I thought this was absolutely adorable. It just made me smile. So cute. So I'm just making my bow out of this really pretty gray, I believe this is gingham. Then I have a really soft pink and white stripe. We're going to stack that bow, make our tails, pinch it all together, and tie it off with some jute. I did start out hot gluing this down, but I didn't feel confident that it was going to be secure, so I added a few staples to the gray ribbon in the back to secure it to the corner of this sign. And this one is done and ready to be displayed after putting a jute cord hanger on it. I think it's so adorable. Oh my goodness. One of my favorites. Love this. Moving on to DIY number 3 and the last one of the video, I have a paper towel holder, some black gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree, some more of that macrame cording, and of course some more cardboard. And you guys, we didn't do a lot of painting today. The first DIY had no painting, and this one has no painting. So very, very easy to do. Just crafting from scraps and things I have around the house as always. I love crafting this way. I feel like I'm getting something for nothing. So just pure joy. So here I just trimmed out some bunny ears and I decided to make these pointy on this particular DIY since the first ones were more round on the first DIY. And I'm going to cut out roughly about an inch wide ring, maybe a little more than an inch, but not quite an inch and a half. I'm just going to take that macrame cording and I'm going to wrap this ring of paper towel with the macrame. We're going to make some little bunny ear napkin holders. So cute. You can use any kind of ribbon or fabric, whatever you want to do to change it up to match your decor. The sky's the limit. You're only limited by your imagination. And I really think this is cute. I love it because it's simple. I love it because it has so many different possibilities. I mean, truly, wow, you guys, if you've got ribbon or scrap material, the rest is free. Paper towel holder and cardboard doesn't get any better than that. And it's really cute when you're done. You'll see. So I went ahead and bent the bottom of the ears to make them stand up because we're going to hot glue them to the top of this little napkin ring holder that we have created. So I'm going to take my ribbon and hot glue it long ways on the ear. Because it's easier to wrap that point if you cover that now, as opposed to when you start wrapping the ear horizontally. It's hard to get that point covered if you haven't already covered it vertically. So now I'm just going to fold those ends behind the ear so that I get a nice point. Just fold those corners down to get a nice point on that ear. And now I'm going to start wrapping it horizontally in my ribbon. You could do craft paper for this. You don't have to do ribbon. You could do fabric other than ribbon. You could do felt. You could paint this. Whatever you decide to do to cover that ear. So I'm leaving the bottom of that ear that I folded uncovered because I'm going to hot glue that to the top. So it didn't need fabric on it for that. So we're going to do the other ear the exact same way and then hot glue it to the top of the napkin ring. Going to pinch them and hold them together for a little bit till that glue sets up. And then I'm going to take a piece of that ribbon. I'm going to cut it down to size because it's a little thicker in width or wider in width than I want it. So I'm just going to cut it in half long ways and then hot glue it to cover up the cardboard in the back. These took no time to make. The longest was just wrapping it around the paper towel holder. That's what took the most time. And then your napkin of choice. Now, I just put a piece of ribbon through there because I didn't have a linen napkin that I could put through there that would look right. So I just put a piece of ribbon through there to give you guys an idea of what it will look like when you use it to decorate your Easter table. And here's the final reveal of all three pieces that I've made for you today: the riser, the napkin holders, and the bunny butt sign. It was a hard choice trying to decide which was my favorite, but you guys, the sign won out because it just makes me smile. If you guys have made it to this far in the video, leave me a bunny to let me know you hung out with me. I thank you so much for being here. As always, I need you to be blessed, stay safe, and until I see you in my next one, craft something beautiful today, you guys. Bye.